Warning. Here on Modern Femme-ily, we may look like ladies, but some of our favorite words are 4 short little letters. Our ages lend everyone to believe that we are adults, so we may use adult language some find offensive. We also tend to get serious sometimes. We may discuss sensitive topics that may be triggering to some viewers. Basically, we have opinions, we discuss them, and we swear a lot in the process. Welcome to Modern Femme-ily. Join us here every Friday at 8 p.m. live, where we discuss everything from a woman's point of view. Sometimes it's funny and lighthearted, and sometimes we aren't. With us, you never know what you're going to get. With our host and resident lesbian Cassie, and our LGBTQIA+ ally Molly, nothing is off limits. You never want to miss an episode, as we talk to women and allies from all walks of life, and you can always expect to laugh. So sit back, relax, and join us for the next hour, while we laugh and joke and have a good time. So come on, what are you waiting for? Now is when the good part starts.
Hello, awesome humans. It is our last Friday of Pride Month here on Modern Femme-ily, but let's not be silly. Every day is Pride Month here on Modern Femme-ily because, hello. I'm your resident lesbian, Cassie. Welcome to Modern Femme-ily, everyone. If you are new here, hi, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back for our shenanigans. You never quite know what you're going to get here with us on this show. So, welcome. So, I'm going to jump right to telling everyone where you can find us because tonight's show is a tad different, and you'll see why here shortly. As you see, I'm kind of naked in this region again. So you know what that means. We have a very special guest on tonight who is going to help us do some pride looks. She'll be doing one, I'll be doing another. And I cannot wait to see what comes of tonight, because we know every time this guest joins us, it is nothing but laughs and silliness and makeup galore. So let me tell everybody where you can find us right quick. And then we'll jump into more makeup. So make sure you check us out on our Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube channels. They are all spelled exactly as the show is spelled, except for Instagram. There are no dashes between Modern Femme-ily and then the E and the I in Femme-ily. So make sure you check us out on all of them and like us there, because that's where you're going to see all of our craziness. So make sure you check us out. But more importantly, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because you never know when we're going to just pop up and do a live sporadically. I'm still hoping to get to some Pride events this year. I know we're coming to a close at the end of the month. Things have been a little crazy, but I'm also getting ready to go to South Carolina with my wife. So maybe we'll do a pop-up live when we're on the road, because let's face it, road trips can be a little insane sometimes. And my wife and I don't have filters after, 6 hours in a car, and we have probably a 14-hour trip. So with bathroom stops and gas and things like that. So you never know. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you share this video, more people get to see our craziness and get to join in on the fun with our chats. So make sure you do all those fun things. And I forget to do this on most of our episodes. We are an interactive podcast, but if you have questions, comments, or show ideas, please feel free to email us. We love the interaction here, but if you're just not comfortable with that, you can always hit us up on that platform as well. Sorry, I have hair. Got it. The joys of having pets. It's wonderful. But our email is modernfemme-ily@gmail.com. It's all one word, no dashes. So like I said, we love to have the interaction here, but if you're just not comfortable, you can always hit us up there. So, but I am going to stop talking to myself, and I'm going to welcome in our lovely guest. And it's just our guest and I tonight. Molly did have a prior obligation that I, thoroughly encouraged. I was like, go girl, enjoy it, have fun, take a Friday off, do you. So she's very sad that she could not be here, but we understand and we support that. Just because we have the show doesn't mean we have to miss out on life. So enjoy it. And I hope you have a great time, girl, but we will miss you. And we will be looking for your pride look. You'll have to do it one day and send us a picture so we can put it on the next show. But I'm going to stop rambling and start doing makeup with our lovely, lovely guest tonight with Alaysia Renee. Hey, girl, hi.
Oh, hello, bada bing, bada boom.
Right, she's all jumping ahead like I'm naked right here. Well, I have my eyebrows done.
I'm like, I need to hurry because I'm like, you already have like the base ready. And I'm like, I need base and eyeshadow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be real. You're the pro. I'm not horrible at makeup, but you're like the beauty guru. So
Thank you.
you're just going to be like, there it is. It's done. And I'm going to be like,
Yeah, this is going to be a little like, I'm going to be like, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, bang, bang, pull it off. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, ready. Hello. How are you?
Right. Be like, look at that beauty over there. And here I am looking like a paint by number. Like,
oh my God.
I will say though, like I said, I'm not horrible at makeup, but I learned how to do makeup by a drag queen. So I guess that's good nowadays because makeup can be very exaggerated. But let me tell you, like when I was younger and going to clubs and people were like, whoa, girl, you got some makeup on. I'm like, thanks, I learned from a drag queen.
Period.
Like, yeah.
Which, I mean, to be real, drag queens have like some of the most like best talented makeup in like the world. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like some of the queens that I have known since I was 18 years old, I'm just like, hot damn.
Literally.
I'm like, how do you do that? And then I just sit and look like I'm finger painting,
I want to try it though. Like I want to try drag makeup and like really do like stuff that's super exaggerated and like cover my brows and stuff. I need to try it. Like it'll probably be a lot of fun. And then I literally had a dream the other day that like I was a drag queen and I was living my life and I was performing what's the song called? It's Lady Gaga. It's Edge of Glory, I believe.
Oh my God, that would be I live for that song.
That song right there.
You were living your best life, huh?
Oh, I really was. I did not want to wake up. I did not want to wake up. I said, I'm like living.
Right.
For this moment right now. Like I was on the edge of glory.
Right. I realized when we went live and the intro was playing that I didn't have any highlighter on. I was like, no, you need to see me from space.
Literally, you said, excuse me, where is this glow at right now?
Right? Like everything is matte right now. I'm gonna need this to be a little dewier.
Literally. Bada bang, bada boom.
And let's just talk about how it's really hard to do makeup in the monitor. I'm like,
I know. I'm like not trying to do like this again because I really get up close when I'm trying to do it. So I'm like what?
Right from the side. I'm gonna turn my camera off real quick. Put my hair up. So if you want to talk about what you're doing and what look you're gonna go in, I'm gonna still be here. I'm just not gonna have my camera on.
But yeah, so guys, I'm going to do kind of like this. It's like this thing. It's like a trend that's going on right now. So you have like color here and then you kind of wing it out a little bit here and smoke it in. And then you put like a shimmer in the middle. So I think I'm going to do pink and blue. And then I'm going to do blue here, pink here with like a silver shimmer, make it really sparkly. And then we might just add some glitter. Don't know because but I mean, honestly, like who doesn't love glitter?
I don't.
Oh.
It fucking gets everywhere. I mean, I use it, but it gets everywhere.
It does. But taking it off is the best process if you use eyelash glue. Oh, wait, shit. I don't... Oh, wait.
You can...
you
can swear on this show. It's cool.
I was going to say, we get down over here. So, yeah. I'm like, I don't know where my eyelash glue is. Oh, we're going to improvise today. Improvise.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually saw a thing, and of course it was Michaela on TikTok because she is like the goddess. I love her. I love her accent. I love that she says fuck all the time. Like I just love her. I
Mhm.
want to be her friend. Um, but someone sent it to her from their like little indie brand. It is a glitter glue, but you can peel it and it takes all the glitter off.
Oh, I need to try that.
Ray, I was like, sold. You had me at peel off with no fallout.
Literally.
Done. Real quick, before I jump into my look too, Kat says, hey, loves. Hello, my love.
Hello, hello.
She said, drag queens and morticians. Seriously, like, I want a drag queen to do my makeup when I die. Not gonna lie. Like,
honestly, like, go all the way out.
And Kat is doing makeup at home. She just sent me a picture. Kat, you look freaking awesome. I love your pride look. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. She is a goofball, and I love every second of it. We'll have to have you both on the show at the same time someday. She's awesome.
The more, the merrier.
Yes. So Alaysia, why are you doing pink on one eye, blue on the other?
Because, when I was a baby,
girl,
this little heart of mine decided to let it shine in 2017, and she finally realized her beauty, who she was as a person. So these colors right here represent the trans flag, because I am a proud, beautiful, stunning trans woman. And yeah, absolutely. And I'm so glad that I'm in the space now where I can just embrace it. I'm so happy and open, and just so glad that I was able to find myself sooner than later. And now look at us. We are almost, okay, that was 2017. So like what, 4 or 5 years strong? We're getting there.
That's awesome. So if you don't want to share it, you don't have to, because I am kind of springing this on you. Do you have like a coming out story or anything like that? Or were you just one day like, I'm going to be my true self. Fuck you if you don't like it.
I do. It was, so with me, I was very confused. And I always knew how I was. I just never knew what society labeled it as. Because nowadays you have to put a freaking label on everything.
Fucking everything.
Literally, like legit everything. So it's like I really never knew what it was, but I knew, I was different. And so with me, my mom always knew that she didn't know I was going to be trans, but she definitely knew I was gay. So it's just like I always had, attraction, but it wasn't more of like what I was attracted to. It was more like, I always felt my whole life like I was in the wrong body. I'm like, this is not me. Like, I'm like, I feel trapped. I'm like, I don't know what it is. Like, I can't put it on. Like, I put a finger on it. And so, like, I basically hit every stage, except for lesbian, of our LGBT. So I'm like, I went from so-called straight, what we call it, and then I was bisexual in middle school, and it's like I wasn't fully ready. So, I was just like, okay, since we have to put a label on every freaking thing, I'm like, let's say, we're bisexual. And then in 9th grade, I'm just like, it's not it. I'm like, I'm just, I'm not attracted to women. I'm just like, so I'm like, I'm gay. But even after coming out, then it was just like, I'm still depressed. I'm still not who I am. I'm like, I still don't feel comfortable. It's like, I was trying to jump on every single label to like, okay, this is who I am. This is going to make me happier. This is like, but so going from there, and then I came across a lovely, beautiful trans woman on social media, on YouTube. Her name was Diamond Kane at the time. Now she only did, she didn't start her transition yet, but I felt connected to her. She was very open. She did a lot of like drag and stuff like that, and that's kind of how it started. And she like did like story times and get ready with me and just talk about a lot of stuff. And I felt really like a personal connection with her. So that's kind of how it started it off. And then when she did her coming out video, and it's just like I relate to this person so much. Like, this is it. I'm like, this is the label that, the world, because I never knew what a trans person was until I found. I'm like, I didn't even know what that was. I'm like, I didn't know what to call it or whatever. But then meeting her, I'm just like, I found it. I'm like,
Right.
this is someone just like me who gets me, who understands everything that I feel. I'm like, this is it. So then March 26th, I declared myself as trans. I'm like, this is it. I'm like, I found myself and I couldn't be happier. And I went on like a spree, let me tell you. Like, I remember buying my first dress. I went on like a huge freaking spree, bought everything, and I felt good. I wasn't as super confident, but I'm like, it felt good to finally, like, wow, like, this is it. Like, this is, I wish I would have found myself sooner, but I'm like, I'm glad, and I feel like everything happened for a reason. I feel like I was more ready then than any other time. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my Marcella water, and I can't. You know what? We don't need her right now. We're not gonna. Who the freak is this Marcella water? But you know what? Forget you.
That's
Yeah.
awesome though. Like that you were strong enough to go through the phases because you were, maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that. Because like you said, we are forced to put everyone in a box.
Everyone.
You can't just be who you are. But you went through the steps and you were like, nope, that's not right. Nope, that's not right either. Nope. Oh, I found it.
Literally, I'm just like, I don't know why, like, I can't figure it out. And then, like, after just watching her for so long, and then, like, when she did her coming out video, I'm like, wow. I'm like, someone who, and I didn't even know what a trans person was at all. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm like, I finally realized and found who I was. And then I'm just like, wow. And then once you do more research and you're like, wow, there's a whole freaking community.
Right.
I'm like, whole community. I'm like, oh shit. Like, I'm like, this is amazing. I'm like, I'm not alone. I'm like, there's more people just like me than I realized. I'm like, it was such an amazing feeling. And then now I'm here.
That's such an amazing message too, because you had to be true to yourself. And every step along the way, if it wasn't you, you didn't just stop. You weren't like, well, this is what society's okay with. You were like, no, this isn't me. This isn't true. This isn't who I am. And here you are today, like living your true life and just being fucking fabulous and
Period.
being an advocate for our community. Like that's beautiful. And you are so young, like you're a baby. I mean, she's of drinking age, people. Let's be real. Like we can all go to the bar, but she's still a baby, like when I was 21 I didn't even know what color the sky was, like. So it's great. And I mean, if I can maybe speak out of turn, it seems like knowing your family, that most of your family is accepting, right?
Absolutely. And it was like, it was hard. And see, the thing that I always explain to people, because there's a lot, see, I'm for my community, but I also hold myself to a different standard than a lot of people, because a lot of trans women instantly feel, once you transition, it's the validation that makes you feel even better. And when it comes to family, it's like we have to take a step back and realize that, this isn't just a change for us. This is now a change for everyone. So
Right.
it's like, my mom has always been supportive, but she didn't understand. She didn't, whatever. So it was, but, we need to appreciate when our family members are willing to do the research, do the necessary, you know, learn about it and educate themselves. And it may take time. We got to understand that not everyone runs on the same time, and we can't, expect everyone to just as soon as we want them to.
Right.
And, a lot of of my trans sisters, unfortunately, they, are quick to cut someone off because, we want that validation, but, sometimes we gotta also look at it as like, it's a transition for a lot of, it's not, when you identify as gay, you're still the same person, but when you're completely transitioning your whole being, it takes, it's definitely a thing that works on everyone, but I appreciate that now I have, the 100% support, especially always from my mom. I think that was the biggest thing. My dad's never really been in my life to even, know or understand. And although he's not really for it, like, it's your loss at the end of the day. But I
Right.
appreciate my mom's like my best friend. So she's always been supportive and I've always felt safe. And so I'm very fortunate and I'm very glad that I was able to be in a household where I do have a lot of support. And, then I have my brother who came out as gay. So I'm like, she has a handful. the whole package.
Right. Well, and I mean, you're 110% right. Coming out as a lesbian versus coming out as transgender are two totally different experiences. I was terrified to come out because I grew up in middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, and I was expected to have 2.5 children, the white picket fence, and I moved away to a city to find myself and confirmed that I was in fact a lesbian, but I made a name for myself that I wasn't my parents' daughter. So I had to find myself and I was living my life and just doing my own thing because I was, over 2 hours away. So it wasn't like everyone could see me. And I was just worried that my mom wouldn't be accepting. And looking back, like I have no reason not to think she would be, but I was just like, no, like I'm still in the closet. I can't tell her. And when I did tell her, of course, I was going through a breakup and I was like, she dumped me. It's horrible. I'm so far away. And I didn't tell you that I was a lesbian. And I'm so sorry. And she's like, honey, stop crying. Like, it's okay. Shit happens. Are you okay? Like, we don't care who you're dating. It's fine. But, coming out and saying, I am stuck in the wrong body is a completely different thing. And for your family to be as accepting as they are, that is incredible. And I'm so happy for you because not everybody has that.
And it's like, I just watched a documentary. Well, it wasn't really a documentary, but it was on the Dr. Phil show. And it was completely heartbreaking to watch because it was this mother who is very, very conservative. And the things that she was saying to her child were just, it was so heartbreaking to watch.
Right.
And it made me so mad, but then like I turned to my mom while we're watching and I'm just like, I appreciate you because I don't know where I would be if I had to deal with something like that.
Right.
I'm like, you have your family and, just completely disown you for something that, one, you can't control. It's who you are. And to just have, to basically just be disowned and like not have the love and support that you need. Like I couldn't imagine going through something like that. So like, I appreciate you for always sticking by my side, taking the time to understand and research and like my mom's in college right now. So she actually does a lot of her papers on our community. Like I just educated
Really?
yeah, she educated me the other day, because in Greek mythology, Aphrodite was actually, part of the trans community. She went by
Really?
yes, several different names,
I did
and a
not know
lot,
that.
and she would train a lot of the women, because for the war and stuff like that, she would train a lot of women to be like men. Um, but there's just, she went by so many different names. It was, you know, both male and female, that, you know, she is, in Greek mythology, was a representation of the trans community. So to see it go as far back as that, it's just like, it was so amazing to just hear and read. It was just absolutely amazing. But it's just like, I really appreciate, I am fortunate to, you know, have a lot of love and support around me, because, you know, again, like, not everyone has that.
Right.
So, but
Yeah, every day is a school day. I did not know that.
literally, I'm like, I did not know either. And she was so excited to come school me too. She said, so, how much do you know about your community? I said, okay, what's up? So she was like, do you know about the Stonewall riot? I'm like, yes, I do. I'm like, that's what really established, I'm like, the LGBT our month. That was really what established in June. I said, that's when that happened. You know, she was just, we were going into it. She was like, well, do you know anything about Aphrodite? I'm like, isn't she like the goddess of like war, or the goddess of like beauty or something? She's like beautiful or whatever. And she's like, yeah, well, guess what? She was a trans representation. And she just starts going into this whole like 30 freaking minute conversation about, I'm like, okay, you schooled me. And I said, I'm
Right?
a trans woman here. I'm like, you schooled me. So it's just awesome to see, like, she is very now passionate about it. She speaks up a lot about it a lot. So I'm just like, it's amazing to see.
That's awesome. I mean, my mom is that way for me as well, but I have an aunt who will constantly call me and say, like, for Pride Month, she wanted to know where she could find Pride flags. She's like, are rainbow flags and Pride flags the same? And I said, usually, they're the same colors.
Mhm.
But if you buy from like an LGBT organization, a lot of times that money will go towards LGBT youth or foundations, things like that. And she's like, okay, perfect. So like, she'll come to me as like her gay consultant,
I
right?
love it.
And she sent me pictures. She was having a Pride celebration the other day, and she sent me rainbow like cupcakes. And I was like, excuse me, ma'am, should you not have your gay consultant at this Pride celebration? Like,
Right?
I feel left out. And I said, I am, your go-to lesbian. And she said, for the record, I don't think of you as a lesbian. I think of you as my niece.
I love that. I
And
would
I
have
was
cried.
like, punched to the gut. Like, I was like joking, but I was like, wow, like, that's an awesome feeling,
It is.
you know?
Like, okay, thanks for the waterworks now. Gonna go cry my eyes to bed right now. Give me a second.
Right. I'm going to go hide in the bathroom and cry for a
Literally.
while. Thanks for that. But
Literally.
it's just an amazing feeling. Kat actually said, for you, I love that she has the power to be herself. Love you.
Thank you. I love you so much, mamas. Thank you. Thank you.
But this happens all too often. She said, I went to a Zoom funeral for a trans man and they kept referring to him as her, and it broke my heart. And it's so true. For me, for non-binary people, it was a very big struggle to switch my brain to they them. And now it was just because it wasn't my norm.
Right.
So it took me a few times to not misgender someone. Now it's just like second nature. It doesn't matter. But when I hear somebody misgender someone, I'm the person who was like, it's her. It's her.
Yep.
It's her. I'm not sure what the problem is here. She is a
Yep.
her.
That's so fun because I play the game. I'm a gamer, so I'm like a huge gamer. I love playing video games. So, and on there they can be very nasty. So we're in like this group chat or whatever, and like I had to leave the other day because one thing that upsets me, I think the biggest thing that I try to teach and try to preach when it comes to people is that you don't have to be accepting of my life, because regardless, at the end of the day, people are going to feel how they want to feel. So, we respect your opinion. We can't, it's not, we can't come, say to you, hey, you need to accept our life and be okay with it, blah, blah, blah. And then, in the same, token, we can't force someone else to, again, be okay with our life. However, I think people need to realize that at the end of the day, we are all the same because we're all human beings. We
Thank you.
all deserve respect. We all deserve, if you want respected, you need to respect me.
Yep.
And I just feel like, you don't have to accept my life. That's completely understood because everyone has their own opinion. There's probably a lot of shit that you do or something that I just don't like. But I'm like, I'm not going to break you down for it. I'm not going to, treat you, differently because of it.
Right.
It's just, and I think when people can start to realize that, we'll all be in a better place. And that kind of reverts back to the video we did with Jason at our job. And that really opened up my eyes when I was talking about the cultural lenses and, I'm like, it's so true. I'm like, people are so used to viewing everything in their own view that they don't take any second or time to try to educate themselves that, hey, we're not in the same, time as we were before. We're, or not everything is exactly how it used to be. So it's like, as we grow as people and as we continue to progress in the world that's always changing, we constantly have to remember we have to change our views. We have to learn. We have to educate ourselves. And I think when people start to get out of their head of, my way is always the right way, we'll be better off. You have your own opinion, but just don't force your opinion on somebody else and believe that it's right.
Right. Well, it goes back to, I'm gonna live my life, you live your life, I'll be respectful, you be respectful. However, if you're gonna be a dick, I can be a bigger one.
Exactly.
Like Kat said, don't yuck my yum. I say that all the time to my wife because she does not like Chinese food. She does not like sushi. And she'll constantly be like, yuck, yuck, yuck. I'm like, okay, I get it. You don't like it, but don't yuck my yum, damn it.
Literally.
Like, it is mine and you don't have to eat it, but I like it. So fuck you. I'm eating it.
Oh, listen, Chinese food, I can talk about Chinese food all day.
I have sushi in my fridge.
It was bad because I'm like, oh my God, we were super busy last week with coaching and everything like that. And I'm like, literally ordered Chinese food 2 days in a row. And I'm like, my bank account's like, but I'm like, my was in love. I'll say that. It was living its best life.
I now have a Chinese restaurant that delivers to our house out in the middle of nowhere. And I usually order at least once a week.
I'm like, oh, listen, Chinese food is like the key to my heart. Listen, like, Chinese food, you can never go wrong with some Chinese food.
Nope. So Tommy is doing our trans flag and I am doing the lesbian flag.
Yes. Now, our colors are a lot lighter than this. They're like baby shower colors. They're baby blue and baby pink and white. But I don't have baby blue and baby pink. So we're going to make it a little bit darker because why not,
Well, and let's be real. Who wants a light makeup for how fabulous we are? Nah.
Literally. Like, we want to go big or go home. So we go big.
So we go big. So yeah, mine are, and it's really hard to see on camera, which is frustrating. So the lesbian flag, and I might use like a burgundy to deepen up the crease a little bit. I'm currently trying to clean up my eyebrows because apparently I blend too far into my eyebrows. But our colors in the lesbian flag are pink, orange, white, light pink, and like a burgundy color. So yeah, I got bright pink and it is buffed out with orange, but it's so hard to tell because the orange in the pride flag is not like a neon orange. It's a very muted orange. So it's really hard to see on camera, but we'll have to take pictures after so everybody can see because it is orange, I promise. And in real life, it looks orange, I promise.
Like, I promise, okay? Literally.
Yeah,
I hate don't show up on camera like the way they should be. I'm like, okay, you must want to fight me right now because
like orange. It is orange. I promise. See, it is orange. But apparently not on camera.
Literally. Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at the different pride flags and I was like, some of these will be really fun. And I guess like now that our spectrum is evolving and changing in the LGBTQIA plus community, I guess you would say that I'm pansexual because I have dated men, I have dated women, I'm married to a woman, but I've never been attracted to what was in their pants.
Exactly.
Like I've always been attracted to the person, not their physical. I hate to say it because this word like is gross, but it's a real word. Their genitalia, like that's never been like, oh, I'm gonna, ride that dick or I'm gonna eat that. No, like that's not my life. Like it was that person is fucking cool. I'm vibing with them, and I like them. So I guess you would say I'm pan. I identify as a lesbian. I'm married to a woman, but again, we have all these fucking boxes to sit in. I don't want to sit in a box.
And that's my thing. And a lot of people, if you want to label, I tell you I'm trans. But a lot of people, I started answering a lot more now. Like when, so what do you identify yourself as? Alaysia.
Right.
That's who I am. I'm Alaysia.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you want to get technical, yes, I'm a trans woman. However, I'm Alaysia. I'm my person. I that's it.
Yep.
I'm a person. I'm whoever the frick I want to be. And if it doesn't pertain to you, sorry, not sorry.
Right. If I'm not dating you, fucking you, or you're not paying my bills, what's the matter?
Gotta go. Literally.
Like,
that's it. And people get butthurt about that. Like, I have a lot of arguments when it comes to, when do you think it's the appropriate time to tell someone you're trans? Well, one, I'm very open about it, for one. But I'm like, two, I only bring it up in conversation and let the person know if it's becoming more than just a friend, it's becoming more intimate, because it's just a respect line. One, again, we have to respect that not everyone is accepting of it. So, if it's becoming more than, very friendly, then I'll let the person know. Or if it's becoming sexually, then I let the person know. Again, it's respecting their boundaries, their preference, who they are.
Right.
I don't owe you an explanation. I don't owe you anything. So it's like,
right.
Thank you.
Well, and that's a huge thing, telling someone that you're dating or getting intimate with, like being upfront and honest, because some people are definitely not like that.
Mm-hmm.
That you are trans, and it can be scary. Like, kudos, like it, but for your safety, like, do you feel it's better to be like, hey, if like first encounter I'm trans, or feel it out a little bit, and then if things progress, be like, oh, hey, just so we're clear, I'm trans.
Right. So for me, it's like, it is a safety concern, which is why I don't tell if it's not anything more, because it's just like, you never know how someone's going to react. I said, but at the end of the day, I always believed in first impression is the best impression. Right. So the first impression you get of someone, you'll know. And it's just like, if I get the vibe that like, you are not someone who's going to be open to it, or that accepts it, that, you may not be for it. However, you're still respectful. I'll make sure to let that person know up front, or I just won't be around you. But it's like, that's another thing when it comes to our community, that's one thing I don't agree with, is, in the sense of people, our trans girls more specifically, not informing, people beforehand in certain situations. Because I feel like it's dangerous. You're playing with your own life. We have to remember, and although yes, it is fucking stupid that people can't be open and just accept people for people, but I'm like, we have to remember we live in a world where it's not okay, and I'm like, and not everyone is going to be okay with it. So we have to like make sure that we are still respecting everyone else's boundaries, and just keeping ourselves safe, because it's definitely something very scary. You never know what could happen.
Right. And that's super unfortunate. Like, for me, like, and this is just personally, like, I've never looked at a trans woman as anything other than a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I've never looked at a trans man as anything other than a man. Like, you know, of course there's, and this is going to sound horrible. I don't mean it to sound horrible. There are natural curiosities because I've never felt like I was in the wrong body. You know what I mean? So, of course, and I've had questions with several of my trans friends, you know, about what they go through and, you know, this, that, and the other. But I've never seen them as anything different than who they are. So to know that there are so many people in this world who just don't see people for who they are, it's like, God, where do we live? In what year are we in?
Literally. And I cannot express enough the feeling it gives me when you have someone whether male or female, come to you and ask out of general, it's just like, it's genuine curiosity. Like, to have someone definitely like question, like, this goes back to the game, because we had, I had someone on there, and although they were under the influence, but I was like, they were asking questions. They kind of made a little bit of smart remarks, but it wasn't rude, but it took me back. But then, they're like, listen, I'm not in the right state of mind right now. And then they apologized the next day. And they were, actually asking, questions. So like, technically, how does that work? So like, what does this mean? What does that mean? And just asking genuine questions. And I appreciate that so much. Like,
right.
When you are trying to educate yourself rather than being a complete douche and da 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 and this and that, oh, you're a man and blah blah blah. To actually ask questions to educate yourself, to better understand, is like, it's the most amazing feeling ever. And there was actually I love using this freaking study. I'm so glad that I found it. But they did a study on trans women in their brains. And their brains from birth have been more developed, it was going to like neurons and all this other like crazy like scientific shit, but that a trans woman brain is more alike, just like a cis woman's brain.
Right.
And it's a chemical balance, and with neurons and all this other crazy shit. So it's like they're born this way. This is how they're born. And it's just like, but so it was amazing to see and to hear that study, because it just further proves the point that, I didn't wake up this way. I didn't just decide to be this way. And it was amazing to read the study, how like, our brains naturally are more like a cis woman than what our born gender.
Right. Well, and
like,
can we just touch on that when you said you didn't choose to be trans, you didn't wake up one day and say, "Oh, I'm going to be trans." When people say that about whether it be someone who is trans, whether it's someone who is gay, lesbian, anyone in the rainbow mafia, that pisses me off. Because if I could choose to be with someone and be the universal norm, don't you think my life would be a fuck ton easier?
Don't you think I would have did it?
Like, I didn't choose to fall in love with a woman. I fell in love with a woman because that's who my heart wanted. Like, you didn't choose to be a woman. That's who you are.
Exactly.
You just unfortunately happened to be born in a body that didn't agree with you, but your brain was like, excuse me, this isn't right here.
literally.
Like,
And with that, it's just like, I wish people would understand that, like, do you really think I'm that fucking dumb to want to choose this? You'd
But
rather I'd go through the backlash. Like, you think our community would rather take the backlash, be killed, be, discriminated against, like have laws that are put in place against people like us. You really think we would sit here and want to go through all of that? Absolutely not. You're
no,
crazy. You think we would want to do that?
exactly. Life can be absolute hell. We are alienated from family. We are alienated from friends. We are bullied and fucking beat up and, trigger warning, sexually abused and just completely treated like dirt. Yeah, I'm going to choose that over, marrying a man and having 2.5 kids with a white picket fence. Yep.
Exactly. Literally. And it's so heartbreaking that, like, people actually believe that, like, that's how we want to live. Like, we chose this. No.
Yep.
Nope.
It's not how any of this works, people.
Literally. And I love how people are like, it's funny because this is no disrespect to these kinds of people, because, all accepting. I've worked with kids like this, absolutely love them, and they're so absolutely just incredible in their own way. But it's like, people are accepting, I don't want this to sound fucked up, but people are accepting of, it's like, okay, it's basically like saying kids with disability chose to be that way.
Yeah.
Or kids with disability is okay. Because you guys, it's like, you say it's a mentally ill and all this other stuff, but it's like kids with, deformations and, that have disabilities and stuff like that, that's okay. But someone who is gay or lesbian or bisexual, trans, whatever, that's not okay. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. And I wish I could honestly just know where the hatred comes from and why people are just so, makes me so frustrated. It's just something it's never going to be able to be questioned, why people are so concerned,
Yeah,
about other people's bodies and, how that is. But then also, that goes back to the olden days. Like, it's like, let's just bring up religion for a second a bit. Like,
yeah,
a lot of Christians, in the, Christianity, it's that you preach that God makes no mistakes. You preach that God is the creator of everything. So what the fuck are we? Like,
are we the equivalent of a platypus in the human, like?
Literally. Like, so, I love this. I'm sorry. Okay.
She caught herself in her monitor and she was like, ooh.
Literally. I'm like, I'm living this. Okay, guys. Yeah, this is going on over here. I think I want to pop this blue out more because pink is stealing the show.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, pink is my favorite color. So
yeah, I'm like, pink is stealing the show over here, and we can't let her do that. But I'm just like, we preach that he's the creator of everything. He's the Almighty. Blah 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 blah. So, and he makes no mistakes ever. No. So so he
what
made
the
us.
fuck are we?
Literally, let me know.
Right? Because if y'all know everything, fill me in when you figure it out.
Literally, like, you let me know when you figure it out. Let me know.
Like,
it's an abomination, but he's the creator of everything. It's just like, come on, love.
And he doesn't make mistakes. Well, then if he doesn't make mistakes and he created me, how am I an abomination?
Literally. Thank you. I give that question and then everyone's like, crickets.
Right.
Like,
oh, well, it's blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, but you still didn't answer my question.
Literally, I'm like, sorry, please answer this for me. Okay, thank you. Appreciate
right? It. You can, and unfortunately, a lot of people will hide behind religion. And Kat made a very good point. She said they hate because they are uninformed and scared of their own feelings.
Couldn't say it any better myself.
It's so true. And she also said one other thing I'm going to put up here. she said, I had trans clients when I was a hairstylist, and I made sure that my son was exposed to all of my clients and friends. And that's how
Oh,
it should be.
let's talk about that shit right there when it comes to kids. Oh, I'm sorry. I get so riled up. Oh, I hate for a fucking Karen to be like, yeah, the influence, you influence kids. It's going to make them gay. It's going to make them trans. It's going to make them this.
I didn't have gay influences when I was a kid, and here I am.
Literally. I'm like, just because you tell your son that he has to play with monster trucks and action figures or, the Legos, that's supposed to teach him his sexuality. Excuse me, baby, it doesn't work like that. I promise you. You could put 100 of what we call a masculine toy or, a more boyish, manly toy in front of him. And if that boy was born that way, he's going to continue to be born that way.
Thank you.
And it's like, now, do I agree when it comes to sexual? Does that need to be exposed to kids? No. But however, let's also be honest. You don't want your kids to be exposed to any type of sex, sexuality, stuff like that, but yet being straight is still considered a sexuality. But I'm like,
and how many times do you hear, oh, he's going to be a little heartbreaker. She's going to have to beat these boys off with a stick.
Literally.
It's the same thing, people. I'm sorry.
Exactly. But then, like, you expose them to, they see heterosexual people kissing all the time or making out and all this other stuff. It's the same thing. I promise you. It's like, it doesn't matter. Our world,
Well, I'll use the example. So my niece is 4. And I, of course, asked my sister, is it okay if and this was when, like, shortly after she was born. So, I mean, she could barely hold her eyes open, let alone form opinions. I said, is it okay if I put Aunt Reese and Aunt Cassie, like, on her one book that we gave her for, like, baby shower or whatever it was? And my sister was like, yeah. Like, kind of like, why the fuck are you asking me that?
Right.
And I was like, well, I just wanted to make sure, like, I want to be respectful. She's like, you're her aunt, right? I was like, yeah. She goes, you're marrying Reese, right? Yeah, because we were engaged at the time. She goes, okay, so that would make you Aunt Cassie and Aunt Reese, right? I was like, well, yeah. She's like, then why are we having this conversation?
Literally.
I was like, well, I just wanted to be respectful. She's like, shut up. Like, no, yes, put Aunt Cassie and Aunt Reese. And then as my niece got older, I remember my sister calling me and saying, I have to tell you this story. And I was like, okay. She goes, so my niece said, so Aunt Cassie and Aunt Reese, they live together, right? And my sister was like, yep. She's like, okay. So they're like mommy and daddy, right? And my sister was like, yep, they're married just like mommy and daddy. She goes, okay. But it's Aunt Cassie and Aunt Reese. And my sister was like, yep, they're married just like mommy and daddy. And she goes, okay. And ran off and went back to what she was doing and has never, like, it's always, where's Aunt Cassie? Where's Aunt Reese? What are they doing? Like, never question it again. Mm-hmm. If a child can make those connections that are that simple, I hate to break it to you, people, but so can adults. But, hatred is something that you are bred into. Hatred is something that you are taught. When you were a child, you were not taught that. You do not see color. You do not see race. You do not see sexuality. Like, you don't see those things.
Talk your shit, because that just hit the nail on the head. You're not born to hate a race or this. It's something that is taught in your household. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh, ding, 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 ding.
Like, it truly, truly is. And, like, to see it literally come out of a child's mouth, like, it smacks you in the face and you're like, okay, it's literally that simple. And people who are like, oh, I don't want my kids around gay people. But they don't look at us that way because we're not, humping on the table at dinner like, we're just normal people. You know, I had a conversation with my wife the other day about, you know, family and being accepting and things like that. I said, we argue about money. We argue about who's going to walk the dog, who's going to clean up the dog poop in the yard. Like, we're not arguing about gay things. We're arguing about normal human things.
Literally.
Like, we're just humans. We just happen to go to bed next to the same sex every night.
Exactly. And it's like, so like my nephew, he's very confused right now. And, you know, my aunt and my brother, my sister-in-law and my brother, you know, they asked that not yet. And I'm like, I respect that. And, you know, it gets a little awkward. My nephew's like, Tommy, are you a boy or a girl? Because, and it's so funny. He makes me like, he's like, because sometimes you look like a boy, and sometimes you look like a girl, and then you do your makeup like a girl, and then you have long hair like a girl. He's like, so are you a boy or girl? Because I don't know. And he goes back between Uncle Tommy and Aunt Tommy. So it's like, I accept that from him until I'm ready, until one, his parents are okay with me having that conversation. I feel like it should come from me.
Right.
But, you know, on their time when they're ready, because again, that's their kid. But it's like, I'm like, I respect that, you know, they're willing for me and allowing me to have that conversation just right now, because I respect it, because it's not that they don't want him to be educated around that. It's just, they don't want that to be his worry right now. You're a kid. You're supposed to be having fun, like doing it up, playing at the playground. You know, right now, you know, it's not really, although, yes, you're finding yourself, but it's not the time to be really sitting here focused on, you know, my sexuality and stuff like that. And really, you know, be a kid. And then, you know, once you grow older and start learning yourself and stuff like that, it's just like, I respect it. But it gets hard. But sometimes I'm like, okay. So when Tommy was born, I'm like trying to go into this conversation, but he's the cutest thing ever. But it's like, it's one of those things where he's around me, he's around Chris. And it just goes to show that, like, us being who we are isn't an influence to him.
Right.
He's his person. And when people start realizing that when it comes to sexuality, it's not something that can be influenced. It's not something that can be taught. It's just not.
Right.
People realize that, it'll be a lot better. And I promise you, it's not what they're thinking. They're thinking about, like, trying to sneak a freaking cookie out the cookie jar. They're not worried about, oh, if I'm dating a man or a woman. Like,
thank you. Like, they're kiddos. Like, trust me. Again, if I could be influenced, I had no gay influence in my life until I was a teenager. And that was one of my friends came out to me. Like, it was nothing that was influential. He was like, I'm gay. I'm like, cool, I'm Cassie.
literally.
Like, okay. And he liked men. So if he was influencing me, it would have been to like men.
Okay. Okay. Talk your shit. Literally.
Like, let's get the facts straight, people. But, well, I think we're going to go over past 9 because we're just going to keep doing our makeup until it's finished. I'm almost done. I just have to do eyeliner, which could be interesting because I'm doing white eyeliner tonight. So
I'm almost done, I promise. The eyeshadow's almost done. And then the base is like 2 seconds. That's one
you're
thing.
fine. You're fine. So I'm actually going to run to the restroom really quick. If you want to talk to everybody, let them know what you're doing. You want to tell another story, whatever you want to do. I want to run to the restroom really quick, okay?
Bada bing, bada boom.
You got this, girl. You got this.
Boom. Period. All right, y'all. I'm gonna head out. Gotcha. Me slapper. Okay.
I hadn't left yet, bitch.
All right, guys. So yes, let's sing a song. This is an original. Once I was a child, I was born as a boy. And then a magical fairy came down and bopped me on my nose. And so you're a fucking woman. Let me stop. I'm just kidding. Anyways, but yeah, hello. My name is Alaysia Renee. I'm 22 years old. I'm an Aries. If you're an Aries, period. If you're not an Aries, don't know what to tell you. But anyways, yes. So my lovely, beautiful people who are on here, you can go check me out on social media. It's just Alaysia Renee on TikTok. Definitely on TikTok because that's where I be at. So it's ALAYSIA RENEE. Period. Hi, my lovely brother.
Hi.
What's in there?
Food.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Who told you to touch my sodas?
That's my
You
soda.
didn't even ask. I paid for them.
Okay, then ask Mr. Aaron.
No,
He's
you can
messing
ask
them
me.
drugs
So,
up.
yeah, and I'm about to go say something. So, ask.
Can I have one?
Yes, you can. What's in your platter?
Mac and cheese.
Let me see.
Mac and cheese.
No.
No. So what is the life like? Hi.
It's a podcast. Hi, everyone. Sorry, this is my brother. He's so good.
You know what?
Y'all
Like,
are a
he's
mess.
he's such a queen.
I can hear
Hello.
your song. It was beautiful. I think we need to record it.
I know, literally, like the little fairy on the nose. Come on out.
Yeah. Bopped you on the nose and said, damn, bam, you're a woman.
Damn. I opened it because it was giving very much like sauna up in here. I'm gonna need you to leave it open because it was very hot.
I
Okay,
love this sibling dynamic. That's awesome.
I'm literally gonna bop him in his shit, like literally.
I love it.
Let's tape here so I can finish this freaking lovely eye look. What am I doing tomorrow? Minding my business.
Can you the laundromat so I can dry my clothes? I just need to wash.
Yeah, I have some work to do, so but yeah, as soon as I'm done. Appreciate it. But yeah. You're packing up your clothes now? I know, I hate moving. I hate moving.
Yeah, you're moving.
Over it. Over it.
I said the next time I move, I'm hiring movers.
Oh, listen, honey, sweetie, boo boo kitten. What I love about July is we get 3 paychecks in July. So I'm like, yes. So the one on the 29th, I'm like, oh yeah. That's strictly for moving. I'm like,
Right?
so when the OT is available, oh, she's taking all of it. Because I am paying someone to do my part. I am not breaking a nail. I'm not picking up nothing. I'm not doing absolutely nothing besides going to the new house and telling people where to put the stuff in the rooms. Because I will not, no ma'am. No ma'am. You will not catch me breaking my back. Absolutely not.
I will say that's one thing. So I used to work in the nightclub industry, right?
Mhm.
And I worked mostly in security. Yep, this femme girl worked in security. Let me tell you, the first time I worked in security, I got puked on and I was very unhappy. I was like these assholes.
Literally.
But so I had lots of men at my disposal, and that sounds horrible, but when I moved, I was just like, which one of you fuckers is gonna come help me move?
Exactly, as you should.
And almost all of them did, and I would stand there and go, okay, that goes there, okay, that goes there, okay, that goes there. And everyone was like, how do you get them to do what you want them to do? And I hate to admit this, but I'll admit it proudly. I'm like, I have boobs. Like, I have boobs. I pulled an Aaron Brockovich and said, they're boobs, Ed. They're called boobs.
Okay, literally. I'm like, they don't tell you to use your assets for no reason.
Facts. And your girl's rocking some double D's, so.
Exactly.
Like, to the point where I got pulled over once. And it was of course, it was Halloween, of course. And it was local. It was in Williamsport. And I got pulled over. I was in a cop uniform. And at that point, I was probably 100 pounds lighter than I am now. And the cop was making comments about my costume. And I said, are you going to give me a ticket or are we done here? Because this conversation is over. And they were just like, oh, yep, nope, you're good. You can go ahead and leave. I was like, thanks. I'm going to take my drunk friends in the back seat home now. Thanks.
That's what I thought. Thank you. Have a good day.
Right. It's like, y'all done? Because I am. So let's talk about this white eyeliner that I have. I've literally been looking for like 2 weeks because we've talked about doing this look. And I could not find liquid eyeliner anywhere.
I'm loving it. Look at you.
I found it today. Ordered it on Ulta and went and picked it up. They were finally not out of stock.
Who's it by again?
ColourPop.
Oh, listen, I love ColourPop. I have a lot of their liners. I have the brown and the black one because, oh, literally, their liners are like amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, if you hear my loud, obnoxious brother thinking it's okay to go ahead and tape a box right here instead of closing this door. But didn't you just say that you was going to close your door? So go ahead and do what you said you were going to do. Thank you.
Sibling rivalry at its best.
Literally. Thank you. Close your door. Anyways, back to real business here. Since Mr. over there rude. Just going to come in here rudely interrupting and like, excuse me, sir. Can't you see I'm busy?
You sound like me and my older brother.
Like, hello. Come on. Don't be rude. Okay,
Looking in the monitor.
I'm like living for this.
Oh.
Period. Look at us, y'all. Like, we look fabulente. I'm
amazing.
literally going to be so excited to get done with these eyes so I can do my base because this right here is just not it for me.
I hate curling my lashes, but I hate wearing false lashes even more.
Listen, I think I'm copying. Oh, that was blue. Oh, wrong thing. Oopsie. Wrong color here, Miss Mama. But yes, like, I really do not know where my eyelash is. I had an appointment. It was last Saturday, I believe, or last Sunday. It was one or the other. I think it was Saturday. And I had to pack because I had to travel. And I was like, okay, boom, boom. But when I got home, I was like dead exhausted. I just threw everything on the floor and then, just hope for the best.
Right. I know how that goes.
Yeah, and now I'm missing like everything. So I'm like, okay. I found most of it, but of course, not like the most important, like freaking eyelash. You're like, hello.
I hate tight lining my eyes, but I do it all the time, but it drives me nuts.
I really I hate it because it doesn't stay, but I'm like, you know what? We're going to try it today and just see how it works. And it did okay.
I actually have a couple eyeliners that work really well in my tight line and my waterline.
Yeah.
But then I have other ones that do not stay at all.
Like that one, they did not want to stay. They were saying, you know what, Alaysia, we're doing what the hell we want, and you're going to fall in my line, not the other way around. So I said, okay, thanks.
Right. No, exactly. Makeup is pain, people. Makeup is pain.
Literally. Like the things we have to go through.
My contacts are like, excuse me, what the fuck are you doing?
Literally.
Like, that is not supposed to go there. Do you catch yourself making funny faces when you do your makeup?
Oh, always. Especially when I'm doing eyeliner. I'm like, girl, close your mouth. You're not doing the nasty. Like, please. Okay. We get it. Hard.
I am the same way. Like, it's like I catch myself looking like I'm catching flies. I'm like, this is horrible.
Literally, I'm like, okay, Miss Mama, like, I know it's been a while, but you need to calm down. Thank you.
Right. Put that away. Come on. Ugh.
Yes, this look is almost done. This is almost done. And I can go to eyeshadow. And I mean, I can go to face makeup. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say Molly.
So we might be done by 9:30, people.
Look at that. Yep, because I just got to apply this glitter, this little shimmy, and bada bang, bada boom.
So couple questions. I meant to ask you last time we did makeup, but what are your feelings on dermaplaning faces?
Dermaplaning?
Yeah, where basically I would shave all the peach fuzz off my face.
I am all for it because the application you get is like phenomenal. I see girls do it all the time with like the razor, and they like go ahead and like do their whole face to really like remove all the peach fuzz, and oh my god,
Because
literally.
I've been thinking about doing it, not gonna lie, because like it's not horrible, but I just feel like sometimes, like, especially tinted moisturizer, it just looks like I'm furry, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Literally me.
Like, I mean, hair is like natural, like we all have it, but sometimes I just want that flawless base, y'all.
Literally, that's why I had to hurry up and like spot shave before. But I'm like, oh my god, that's why I cannot wait to get laser facial hair removal because, baby, I don't got time for it. I don't have time. I hate that literally, like, that's why I've been trying to start waxing my face because, excuse me, hello, don't tell me I'm out of my foundation. 1 second. Oh, you're right here. I was about to say hello. Thank you. Get over here. But yeah, so like, what the hell was I saying?
Waxing your face.
Yes. Yeah, because it helps with like a smoother application. And I hate when like I'll do my makeup and then I'll forget to like get up here and you see the little hairs. Or I do my chin and then I see little hairs. Because that get open. Oh my god. But yeah, I hate when like, oh my god, when you don't have like a freaking flawless face. I'm like, I want my face to look flawless, not freaking like Sasquatch ass. Like, don't nobody have time for that at all.
No, I totally feel you on that, because like I said, hair is normal, hair is natural, but it doesn't mean I want it to fuck up my foundation. Thank you.
Literally, like it was time for you to go yesterday, and I'm gonna need you to leave like right now.
Right.
Oh, not me not putting on any primer. Oops.
I didn't put any primer on tonight.
Yep, not happening. Sorry about it.
I primed my lids because I was using a liquid lipstick for my color, and my liquid lipstick stains my lips, so I was like, I really don't want it to stain my eyelids. And I
Just
used.
so you guys, huh?
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say, just so like everyone knows, I am very cheap, and I make sure I get all the product out of here. So I will scrape until it's absolutely not scraped anymore. Like, hello, I paid $9. I'm gonna get $9.50.
Facts, like big facts.
Like, I'm getting every ounce of money that I spent of my foundation, every ounce, and I won't look back. Okay.
Shit's expensive.
Literally, like, oh, I hate doing it. I hate buying makeup. I love buying makeup because I love like opening new things. I'm like, oh, I get even more excited. Like, I buy it even though I know I already bought it, and then like I open it like I've never like used it or I've just not seen it for the first time. But I'm just like, I hate having to spend money on it.
Yeah. But I'm the kind of person too that will come home and be like, I have to try this right now.
Literally, oh, for sure.
Like, I'm not going anywhere. Do I need to do my makeup? No, absolutely not. Am I going to do it? Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. And then, like, literally, you could be dead tired, but it's like, you know what? I will stay up the extra whatever to go ahead and try this out first.
Yep.
And don't care how bad it looks. Just to know that I tried it is what matters.
Exactly. Like, I picked up my white and I picked up a pink liquid liner today. Did I swatch it on my hand before I left the parking lot? Yeah, absolutely I did.
Literally. Period. Okay. Time to blend this out because we have a blend foundation. I'm like loving our makeup. Like, look at us.
Yeah, I was sorry. I can't really talk and do eyeliner. I'll stab myself in the mascara. I'll stab myself in the eyeball.
Literally me.
Man, why is this not working? My lower lashes on my left eye are like, no, thank you.
They're like, sorry, gotta go.
Yeah, for real. One thing that I really want to do, I know you said you want to get laser hair surgery, like hair removal.
Mm-hmm.
I want my lips done like nobody's business.
So, and I do too. Like, I just want them to look a little bit full. Like, they're okay. But, like, just a little bit more plumpness. Love it.
Yeah, I just want a little more volume to my lips. So lip plumpers are my thing. Like, because I just can't not have them. Hers cute.
Period. Look at her. Your hair got so long.
I know. I can't wait to get it cut. I'm getting it cut on Sunday.
You like, it needs to get cut like right now. Thank you.
I'm not taking a lot off. I'm just trimming off the dead ends. And I said, like, I'm the kind of person that I wear my hair up quite a bit, but I like to have like the little wispies down, like a side bang moment type thing. Cause your girl can't rock a middle part. I look like a 5-year-old. So can't do that. But I just want to have a little side bang. So like when I put my hair up, I just have a cute little like moment where it just hits real cute and I can have little wispies down that aren't just broken hair because my hair is so damaged.
Literally me.
Her so damaged. All right, I should probably put lips on, huh? What do we think? Should we do like a nude lip with a pink gloss? I need the professional opinion.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
blue lip with a pink little glossy gloss. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Pulling the mirror back out because I can't see in my mirror behind my monitor to do lip liner.
Literally. Literally. Oh, I cannot wait to get to that part because that's my favorite part of my makeup is the lip liner. I think I might go on TikTok after this and see what happens. Be like, hey guys, look at it. Thank you. Love it. Heart video.
Right. Heart a video. Follow.
Thank you.
Speaking of,
love you. Literally love you. Have a good night. Thank you. Adios, amigos.
I heard you say earlier your TikTok, your Insta, and your Snapchat. So I just put up your picture with your handles on it so everybody can see it.
Everybody. And I'm so glad I was able to find a name that literally for all of them that works for everything. So TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram. Please go ahead and give me a follow. Go ahead and add me if you want to see a little bit more of the moi behind the scenes. And yeah, everything is Alaysia Renee with an extra E after Renee.
Right. She's Renee.
Bye. Close the door. Mind your business. Yes, it's Renee.
That's
Not
my
just
middle name, by the way.
Renee. Oh, period. Cassie Renee.
Yeah.
Friends of the fam. Friends of the LGBTQ family. We have two families. We have the LGBTQ family and we have the ACC family. And Renee's is where it's at.
And I'm an Aries as well.
Come on! I just said that earlier. Come on, who is better than an Aries? Like, let's just be honest. No offense, but like, let's just be honest. Who's better than an Aries? Oh, okay, I'll wait.
We do start the astrological signs. I'm just saying.
Just saying. Just putting that out there. Just letting everyone know what the business is.
Facts.
Ooh, time to put some color back in this. Ooh. That was not the right shade. Thank you. See daisy.
Okay. Lip liner applied. I just realized my lip color is called Freaky.
Ooh. Fun there. Okay, hello concealer. I just had you. Like, where did you go into 2.2 seconds? Oh yeah, my concealer must want to fight today. What we're gonna use.
And then my gloss is called, it's called Baby. But have you ever heard of this company before?
No, who is it?
Kismet.
No, I've never heard of that.
I don't know. I got it in one of my BoxyCharm boxes.
Mm-hmm.
I have never had a gloss that I liked more.
I love finding new finds.
Like, and it's a beautiful, like, pinky nude color. I love it. Ta-da!
Look at, go ahead, Miss Cassie. Miss Cassie Renee Hudson.
That's me. Although I feel like I don't have enough warmth in my face. Could be my lighting. I literally feel like I'm wearing a wig because my hair is so long.
Oh yeah, this is giving very much orange. This is not. You know what? But from afar, mind your business.
But if you are that close, you are too close.
You're too close to my face right now to be, but it's okay because you know what? We're gonna minimize that with some powder. And I didn't put on concealer yet, so you know what? It's all right.
Yep, I like it.
Boom! Look at you. Okay, like Loki looking better than me.
Never.
Gotta go. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Okay, yeah. No, this is not the color. That would be tragic. Wait, is it? No, it's not. That's not it either. Oh, now I found the concealer that I needed. That's that.
You sound like me. My office is a mess. Like, I have shit everywhere, so I can never find what I'm looking for.
I would love to expose myself right now because if I was to show you guys what this looks like. Oh, this is literally the same color. Oh my god, I'm so crazy.
Girl's going through it over there.
Literally. I'm over here
I'm just not liking the pop in the corner of my eye. I could sit here and fiddle all night long.
literally. Oh, I look like a tribal warrior. It's giving what it's supposed to go. Okay.
I don't know why I even try to use eyeshadow on the inner corner. Like, I love way too much pop. And eyeshadow just doesn't give me that.
You said I go like a little bit ballistic.
Yeah, I love highlighter. I may have a problem. Like, I want you to see me from space. People are like, it's supposed to be a natural glow. I'm like, it is. It's a natural
Cassie,
overglow.
look at that though. Freaking, what highlighter is that?
I don't know. It's called Complex Culture. It's
Oh,
from BoxyCharm again.
looks beautiful.
Thank you. One thing I will say, like when I do like full beat like this, I do not contour my nose.
At first I didn't, but then I actually got really into contouring my nose. I'm like, I love making my nose look thinner because, you know, her nose gives very much cow, very much goat, very much like beastie. And so I'm
No.
like, you know what? We gotta slim her down just a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like, and I have contoured my nose before in the past. I don't know. I really like the shape of my nose, and I always have.
I love it. It's very like, as it should be.
Yeah, I was very blessed in that department, I guess.
Very much. Because like, my nose is like 50 shades of fat.
Oh, Jesus, stop it.
It's literally huge. It's like humongous. Like honestly, it's just humongous. It's like, come on now, what is this?
Girl, you're insane. Yeah, I'm liking the look this evening.
All right, I promise, guys. I know it looks like really crazy in a lot of colors, but I promise you, just watch the magic.
What are you doing now?
Putting on cream blush. I do all my creams because I have very bad dry skin, so I have to work with a lot of creams. So this is where I'm getting most of my color from. But yeah, putting on some cream blush, but I just like using my finger instead of my hand.
No, I'm starting to use my fingers more when it comes to cream products. I never did. I always had brushes for everything, but I too use a lot of cream products because my face is so freaking dry. But I have a new skincare routine coming. It should be here Monday, I think, Monday or Tuesday.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I use the only hair products that I use on my hair for the most part is by a company called Head Candy.
Mm-hmm.
And they put out, it was a while ago, she put out a skincare line, and I was in desperate need of a new moisturizer, and their entire skincare line was on sale. So I got like the moisturizer, the night cream, the eye cream, leave-on mask, a toner, a cleanser,
Oh.
an exfoliator, I think comes in it. So I got it all, and I was like, fuck it, it's worth trying at least.
Yeah, that's what I need, like better skincare. I need to get like one thing I was reading up on because a lot of like for makeup, they said if you have really bad dry skin to include like in your skin prep hyaluronic acid. So like I really want to try that and like because I guess they said it really helps lock in your moisture.
Yeah, it does, but the hyaluronic acid that I have, I'm not a huge fan of. I got it in my BoxyCharm.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I first used it, I was like, this shit is bullshit. Like, it does not do a damn thing, right? So then I did some research and found out that I was using it wrong. It's like, oh, so it's user error. Noted.
Not product error, user error.
User error. So yeah, I didn't realize that you should use it on like not like in the shower, but on wet skin. Like you should mist your face and then use it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, so yep, it was definitely user error. Good to know. Good to
Thank
know.
you. Appreciate it.
Right? Look at you coming along, girl.
Literally, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like over here like da 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 da.
Makeup takes a while when like you do like a detailed look, people.
It's kind of stressful sometimes, but I'm like, there's a lot of blending that goes involved. Like this looks crazy, but I promise it's gonna look. Just give me like 10 seconds. Well, like 10 minutes, but like yeah, you get what I mean. She's like almost there.
Yeah, it takes a lot of blending, a lot of care, a lot of everything, and it's a lot.
Literally.
And I just said a lot like 17 times.
So really like explain the dynamic of like.
I mean, it's true though. Like makeup can be super simple. Like I can literally throw on makeup and run out the door in 5 minutes. Like it can be super simple. Some eyebrows and some mascara and I'm ready to go. But I can also do makeup for 3 hours and still have shit that I haven't done. Like
me.
Oh, speaking of, I was gonna do something else. Let me see if I can find them. No. Do I not have one of those open? Damn it, I thought I had one of those open. I don't know what I did with it, so we'll just have to open that one. Because I'm not using those ones. Yeah, I'm not using those ones. Get in. Okay. How are you gonna do me like that? I dug out some gems.
Oh, listen, gems are like the holy grail. Like you can never go wrong with some gems.
Well, so I pulled one off, and I have like adhesive ones, and I pulled it off the thingy that it's on, and the adhesive stuck to the paper. Not gonna lie, using these was how I decided I wanted my nose pierced.
Huh?
Using these little gem things was how I decided I wanted my nose pierced when I was like 18.
I need to get my nose. I want to get it done so bad, but I'm so terrified because I'm like my freaking nose is like super thick, and I'm like that's just going to hurt.
It really doesn't hurt.
Really?
Mm-mm. I mean, my sister almost passed out because her and I got our noses pierced at the same time, and I thought she was literally gonna die. But her and I also got our traguses pierced at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Which, before you all freaks go thinking it's something weird, it's this right here. This right here. This little doohickey in your ear is called your tragus. But we went and got that done together, and she also thought that hurt like super, super bad. And This is when I learned that her and I both have a different pain tolerance. But when we got our noses pierced, I thought she was gonna like completely pass out. She turned whiter than a sheet of sheet of paper, like just completely white as a ghost. And she looked at me and she was like, I gotta sit down on the floor. And I was like, okay. So down we went to the floor. And now we also got our noses pierced. A friend of ours, one of his really good friends was a piercer. And she came to my house and did it for us. So we were both of age, well, actually, no. I don't know if my sister was of age. I was of age, so I said she could do it.
Okay, that's all that matters.
But yeah, she was like, oh, I'm gonna pass out. So to the floor we went, so she didn't pass out and hit her head. But we went to a tattoo studio and got our traguses pierced together. And she bought me my first piercing.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She took me and got me my tongue pierced, which I don't have anymore because I bit the ball in half and then I couldn't find another ball to put on it. And my tongue, if I took my tongue ring out longer than like 48 hours, it would grow shut. So by the time I went to get a new barbell, it was grown shut. So I was like, damn it. But I loved that piercing.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah. I had it done when I was 18. The only thing is I couldn't say my name for the longest time. Yeah, because my tongue would just swell. Yeah. Kat just said, okay, so when this beautiful woman is on, we need 2 hours, and it's so worth it. Yep.
Literally, always.
But that is the joy of being our own show now. We're not on a network, and we can do what the fuck we want.
Okay, and that's on pay-per-view.
Yep.
Gotta add that color back in your face, baby. I love me some bronzer, let me tell you.
No, me too.
His lips, and then when you pop that blush on, like blush is just like, oh my god, it's like, I can't explain the feeling I have when I put on some blush.
Yeah, I have so many different colors of blush and so many different formulas of blush.
Like I literally am like, oh my god. Like I prefer more of like a peachy like tone for myself. Like a kind of like a peachy, like I mix these two colors right here because one's kind of like a peachy orange and then like one's like a pink. But like mixing these two together and it's like, oh my god, who is she?
So these are my 3 go-to right now. I have to find the other one. Hold on. There it is. Okay. So this is like the OG NARS Orgasm.
Oh my god, I literally hear so many good things about that freaking blush.
Yeah, one of my absolute favorites. Love it. And then I have one called Half Caked in Bloom. Is the color. But it's like a coral orange color. It's really pretty. Especially on like when I'm super tan in the summertime. I love it. And then this is my all-time favorite go-to right now. I don't know why it looks dirty in the pan. It's not, I promise. But it is just the e.l.f. like pink putty blush.
Here.
Yeah.
That's the blush I use. The cream one is the putty one. I love it.
Love
it.
it. And I got the putty primer applicator, and I thought this was the putty blush applicator, and it's not, but it works really well.
And that's again, I hate, that's why when people ask me like, so what brushes do you have to use? Like, yes, brushes make a difference. Depending on which brushes you, but like, you can literally like, I use the I use everything for everything. Like
yeah.
this, I use this for brush and for powder, and this is supposed to be a contour brush.
Right. Yeah, I don't have any like specific brush for any specific. Now I do only use this for this, but it's because it's a perfect little size for it. Like it fits perfectly in there.
Mm-hmm.
But every other brush is fair game. Like I don't care if it says it's for X, Y, and Z. I'll use it for whatever the fuck I want. Okay.
Exactly. And who gonna tell me I can't?
Right.
Okay.
Thank you. The brush police gonna come to my house and tell me I can't do it?
Oh, okay. Exactly.
All right, I gotta stop fiddling.
Okay. Boom. Okay. Let me go ahead and do Philippine.
What are you doing now?
Philippi.
Aha. I'd ask her to say something, but I know what it's like to try and talk when you're doing lips.
Girl, these freaking big old things.
I'm jealous.
Like, if I could, I want to get, not too much, but I want to get just a little bit to define my lip line. And then just a little bit in, like, my inner corner. Just to make it a little bit more pouty.
Right.
And then good to go.
Well, that's like looking in the mirror and like in the monitor. This is all lip plumper. Like, none of this is mine. I promise.
And, oh my God, lip plumpers, they work so well.
And I just used the, what is it, Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. Like, I need more. Like, this bitch is like all but suck dry. But it's my favorite. Everybody's like, it burns. I'm like, that's how you know it's working, darling.
Exactly, darling. That's how that is doing what it's supposed to do, baby girl.
Right. Have you ever seen the ones on TikTok that are like the little pills where it's like one's a lip oil, one's a lip plumper?
Say that again.
Have you ever seen the ones on TikTok and like other social media platforms where they look like two little pills and one's a lip oil, one's a lip plumper?
Yes. Freaking Makeup by Mario just did, not Makeup by Mario, Makeup by Ariel just did posted something like that.
I would like to try them, please. Thank you. Anybody, out there that sees our video, I'd be more than happy to test because everyone's like, they burn so bad. I'll be the judge of that.
You said I'll do the hard work for you.
Yeah. Like, I would like to feel that burn, please and thank you. Yeah, I like her.
Bada boom. Alright, time to get this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Fire. Like, you can, oh my God, you just start to, oh my God.
There it goes.
It's about to, oh, let me put just a little bit more.
Telling you, my favorite part of the face is when you pop some highlighter on there. You're just like, ooh.
You're like, please get out my face. You can't tell me shit.
Right. Who the fuck you talking to?
Literally, like, excuse me, talk to the highlighter, not me. Thank you.
Right there. Right there. See it? Right there. Yeah.
Literally. Mm. Gotta have it. Okay, now I gotta do the little nose highlight. Now that's probably the part too. I love a good nose highlight. Oh my god. I'm gonna bring you guys in. Listen.
Do the very tip of my little button nose.
So when I do my nose, I like to put it right here to make her the center of attention, and I bring it up a little bit very lightly. And then I like to go right on the tip.
Yep, just a little boop.
Exactly. Just like a little boopy. Like a little
exclamation mark.
Because that right there, it will literally, like, you guys see the illusion? Literally makes my nose look like. What filter?
So I just did a little bit on the bridge of my nose like you did.
And look at it.
Little bit.
It literally, like.
Just snatches it in.
Now, this would look even better if I would put on a lash, but I really don't know where my lashes are. I mean, not where my lashes are. Where the glue is for the lashes. But you know what? We're going to, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to fake like we have a lash one. So you know what? Let me see if I can try to get this to stay. Yep. Not going to happen. But you know what? We're going to make it work. Yeah, no. It was worth a shot. It didn't work. But you know what, guys? We can put on mascara and call it. Oh.
What happened?
She found it.
Your lash glue?
She found the lash glue. I promise. Oh my god, it is literally. Cassie was like, "Don't keep you up till 12 o'clock," and literally, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm literally like, "Okay, Cassie, 1 second, one more step, like one more step. I'm almost done. I promise."
Right, girl, I'm going to bed come 10 o'clock. You got 12 minutes.
Literally. Okay. Guys, I promise I just have to pop these lashes on and we are going to be golden.
And she's like the fastest person to put lashes on too.
I promise you it's going to take me like not even a minute.
Me, it takes me 25 minutes to put lashes on. Her, she's like, done. I'm like, bitch. How you do that? I can't do that. I'm so glad that my eyebrows are not even cousins again tonight.
They look good. I like them. And I love the little gem that she popped under there. I don't think it went unrecognized.
Thanks. I feel like it looks like a little teardrop. And because it's the end of Pride Month, it was appropriate.
Exactly. The key to fast lashes. So, take your eyelash glue.
I'll be right back. You teach them how to do your lashes.
Yeah, so guys, take your eyelash glue. Line your eyeliner. Just like that. You want to line it where you would put that lashes. Now, I take mine a little bit up because I like to have it like drooped up. And then you want to go back in with your mascara. In case if you get any like mascara onto your eyelids. Onto your lashes. And just do your mascara. Okay, guys. And then you just let it get tacky. And then once you let it get tacky, I promise you, it takes 2 seconds. You're going to be like, are you serious right now? I'm like, yes. Yes, I am. You guys ready for this? Because literally watch this magic get ready to happen. I'm going to use some bigger blinks. Okay? It's tacky, so take your lash and just go to apply. Now I like to take my lash and I pull it up right there. I'll bring that actually a little bit down, but bada bing, bada boom.
Like, seriously, I fight with my lashes for like 20 minutes. I'm not even kidding.
And then once I'm done with that, I go ahead. Oh wait, this eye is starting to look. I'm gonna need you to calm down, Miss Mama. But yeah, and then once you do that, just go back in with your mascara. Oh, lashes just took this to a whole different level. I just take my finger like this and then I blend them. And then never even know.
Yeah. No, I fight with my lashes forever. It's horrible.
He said, if you guys could see what my desk looks like right now, you'd literally be like, okay, you're disgusting. Thank you.
Mine too. It's horrible. I have shit everywhere.
Literally, I'm like everywhere.
Everywhere. Whew. I'm tired.
Listen, that lovely group text that we sent earlier, I replied to earlier. I'm like biting my own finger, and I'm hoping that like when I text and be like, "Is it busy?" that we get like a no, it's okay. I'll be like, okay, I love you so much.
I hate to break it to you, but that's not true.
It's not true. I feel it. I'll be like, listen, you know what? I'm like, Cassie, I appreciate you. Alright, yeah, that's tacky.
I'm just watching, like trying to figure out how you do your eyelashes so quickly. I fight with mine all the time. It's horrible. That's why I don't wear them, because they're a pain in the ass.
Sometimes it can be annoying, and I don't have my tweezers. I love that because I really need to fix this in the corner, but I'm like, listen, I love.
Yeah, that's why one of the reasons I want to get lash extensions. But then I have to do the upkeep, and that's a pain in the ass.
You said I don't have time for that. Literally, that's me.
Yeah.
I need to put a little bit of powder right on there because this is starting to like.
Oh, the wife has finally stopped playing video games. She popped on to say hello.
The video game shenanigans.
Yeah, she got a new game, so she's been glued to that.
But you know what? I love quality time, but thank you.
Hey, I encourage it. You know, every couple, you should have your own things you're into. So I do this. She plays video games.
Bada bing, bada boom. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I thought that was the last step, but I literally have one last step. But I promise it's gonna. You probably can see I just gotta add white eyeliner. But literally, this is the look.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, darling, for the coins. Absolutely lovely. Lovely, lovely comment you just said right there. I really
Well, huh? While Alaysia finishes up her eyeliner, I will remind everyone where you can find us every day of the week and all of that fun stuff. Make sure, as you see scrolling at the bottom, you don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because you never know what's going to happen. We could be here for an hour bitching and moaning, or we could be here for 2 hours doing beautiful makeup. So you never want to miss an episode. So make sure you check us out every Friday live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us live on Facebook and on YouTube. So make sure you like and subscribe to both platforms so you never miss an episode. And then Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, like I said, Modern Femme-ily, all spelled the same way, except for Instagram. There is no dash between Modern Femme-ily, and there's no dash between the E and the I. So make sure you check us out in all of those places. And then one last time, make sure you like and subscribe and all of that to Alaysia's social media, TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram. So make sure you check her out. Her lives are fantastic on TikTok. I'm jelly because all I get to do is pop on and say hello, but they are absolutely fantastic. So make sure you check out all of her social media as well.
I promise you won't be disappointed.
Huh?
I said I promise they won't be disappointed.
Absolutely not. I love your lives. They're great. Especially ones that you go on and you just bitch and rant about things. It makes my heart happy. I love it. Because that's just me.
Literally, and I love going in there to talk shit. I love when they come on there and they're like, yeah, you're this, you're that. I'm like, oh my God, your mom.
Right? You're on my page, fucker. Go.
Literally.
So, but everyone, these are our beautiful beat faces for the evening. We're going to call it an evening. Your girl's going to take her makeup off and go to bed. So, but anyway, everyone, make sure you check us out next week. Molly should be back. The week after, we will be taking a break. The week of the 4th of July, I will be somewhere that probably won't have the best streaming internet. But we are going to test it out, so we'll know that week if it's fast enough to stream. So, but if we don't see you then, we'll see you the week after. But until next week, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, loves.